Hello again, this is Carsten OZ9 Alpha Alpha Radio with another video on the REPAM module. This time I will show you how to download and install the software for the REPAM module. Installation is a little bit different than normal or traditional Windows programs, and there is a reason for that, and I'll try and cover that in the video too. First of all, I have a REPAM module connected to my network. It is just powered on and sitting and waiting. And start by going into the web page moonbounce.dk. And once you're there, get in under ham radio and find the REPAM remote PA monitor link. This is the page for the remote PA monitor, the REPAM. There are a lot of descriptions, pictures, videos, download manuals and release notes and so on. And you can also download the software here. I clicked on the download and you see we open the zip file. It came up on another screen. We will open it there. I prepared a separate folder on my hard drive, on the D drive called REPAM. The downloaded file here is called the REPAM distribution and is a zip file. If I go into that, open it, you'll find two folders, PA monitor, REPAM monitor, and also the user's manual. I will copy those onto the hard drive, the D drive. We can just take that out of the way. So, as I said, the installation and usage of the program is a bit different than other Windows programs. And the reason for that is that you might want to be able to have the PA or the REPAM monitor application running for separate REPAM devices. In a typical setup, you might have more REPAM modules, you might have more PA modules running for different bands, different uses. So it is nice to be able to have separate configurations for these REPAM modules, as they will probably not be configured the same way and with the same parameters and so on. So in order to simplify that, I made it so that the two programs, REPAM monitor and PA monitor, you can see the description of those in the user's manual, what they do and so on. I will cover that only, on the surface here. But in this case, we have, if we look into the two folders, you will see a PA monitor and you will see a REPAM monitor application. And these are not installable files or anything. You can just go into PA monitor and into REPAM monitor folder and just double click and it will execute the program. No need to install it. But there is something you need to do. If I double click on the REPAM monitor, it warns me because it was just downloaded, you'll get an error. It tells you that you need to specify a new or existing configuration file as an argument when starting REPAM monitor program. What does that mean? Well, that means that REPAM monitor cannot run just by clicking on it. You need to have an argument to it. And let me bring in a simple command prompt. I went into the same folder. If I do dir here, you can see there is a folder PA monitor, REPAM monitor, and the REPAM PDF. Those were the files we see in here. Yeah, it's the same files. It's just from a command screen, a command prompt. And again, in here, if I go into REPAM, monitor and do the dir, this is the same as what I see in here. Again, if I execute REPAM monitor from in here, I will get the same error. You need to specify an argument. Okay, so instead of just calling it, we will call REPAM monitor, and we will call it with an argument, a config file. For simplicity, I will just call it config.cfg and start it. So now starts the REPAM monitor as expected. So in the title bar, you can see what configurations file it is using right now, config.cfg, as we specified. And oh, sorry, this is not the right one. This needs to be this one up here. The other one was the zip file. We don't need that anymore. So you see the config.cfg is there, and it was being created. So if I close this one down and start it again, it will just do as you want. You can demonstrate that now. We can make a shortcut. Sorry, this is in Danish, but believe me, this is a create shortcut, and this is the shortcut that was created. So you go into the shortcut. Let me show you. If you just start the shortcut, again, you will just get the error. So you need to go in to properties and specify config.cfg as an argument to the program. Okay, this is just the destination for the shortcut. You say okay. Now we double click again, and now you have it. So now you can double click it, and this shortcut here, you can just move it out to the desktop or wherever you want. So every time you double click this, it will start REPAM monitor with this configuration file. Now imagine you had several or 2 REPAMs connected to your network. You could just start REPAM monitor first with let's say config 2meter.cfg, and you could start it again next time with 70 centimeter config or config 70.cfg. So you could create 2 shortcuts, one that specified config 2 meter and one that specified config 70 centimeters. So when you click on these 2 shortcuts, you could start REPAM monitor twice, and each would connect to separate REPAM devices. You get what I mean, I think. Anyway, we have the REPAM monitor running. We now need to connect to the REPAM device I have on the network here. Now, for REPAM devices that is running firmware less than 0.12, you need to find the IP address of the REPAM monitor by looking at your router, or in some other way find out what IP address was assigned to the REPAM device on the network. The REPAM device default will ask for an IP address using DHCP from your router, and in this field you specify the IP address. Now, for REPAM devices that have been upgraded or is delivered with firmware later than or equal to 0.12, you can just press this button. It will go out and it will make a list of all the REPAM devices on your network. In this case, I have one on that ends on 0.31. It shows the port number, which is this one. It also shows the version number of the firmware running, 0.13, and it shows the uptime. This is the number of hours, minutes, and seconds since the REPAM device was powered on. And just by double clicking, it will select the right REPAM, and yeah, you're online. You now have now have contact or you're connected to the REPAM device, it also shows this down here in the status file, and you can see the data is streaming in. And just to demonstrate, let me close it, and again click on the shortcut, and it connects immediately. So, and now you can, as explained in the manual and so on, you can go into the device and you can configure it, write the settings to it, and whatnot. So this is just to explain how you connect it. And we now know that the REPAM device is located on point 31. So let's get this out of the way. No, actually, we can just let it run. There's no need to stop it. Let's go into PA monitor. And as I said, we have to specify the configuration file. We can call it PAMON 70 centimeters.cfg. It's important to know that the CFG files or the config files are separate. You need to specify two separate. They need to be unique, the files. So if you for some reason had PA monitor and REPAM monitor, the programs copied into the very same folder, you need to start them with their own configuration file. So don't start them with the same file, and you will get things mixed up. In this case, we will start it with PAMON 70 centimeters, and we get the PA monitor running. Now we know from the PA or the REPAM monitor that the IP address is point 31. In PA monitor, you're not able to locate the devices. You need to use the REPAM monitor in order to do that. But we just type in 31, save and exit, and now this one is also connected. We get the same details. You can see the uptime is the same and whatnot. And this is again, you need to study the other videos to have these things here explained. But it's as I said, it's another way of starting applications. There are no installations or anything, and nothing can go wrong there. So you're fully in charge, because the configuration files, you need to specify that. And I can show you the configuration files are actually XML files that you can edit manually if you want to. You have to be very careful, because if you put some wrong parameters in, you might crash the program. But again, it's just a file, so you can copy them around and you can delete them and you can create them again and so on. And it's pretty simple to manipulate. You can see the IP address I changed is point 31. Yeah. So this is just to show, and the same goes for the REPAM monitor. If we open the CFG file there, there's just more settings, but basically it's exactly the same story. So yeah, this is, you see again, this is the current address of the REPAM device. So this is just a quick demonstration of how to install, or not install, but how to download the software and how to run it. I know, as I said, it's a bit different, but I hope you can you understand why I did it this way and the need for it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And yeah, I hope you understood, and have a nice day, and catch you again in another video maybe. Bye for now.